porn have the same effect on your brain than a biological parasite? You will probably think I'm crazy saying that. If so, you might want to ask this question for yourself. Do I feel more aroused by a real woman, even if she is a bit ugly, or by a virtual stimulation? If your body was functioning well, you should be attracted by almost every girl you see, like our grandpa were. Did you realize that if you don't, your sexual instincts are asleep? Because porn has slowly dismantled your ability to connect with this raw desire, ancient, wild. But good news, there might be a way to kill this porn addiction once and for all. But first, let's face it. Those wild instincts, they erode every year, and with every click you lose a piece of yourself. Those primal urges that give you the bravery to approach a woman, to make dangerous moves, they have been robbed from you. They have been taken from you. And now it's time to claim them back, because porn doesn't mess up just your sexual life. It actually destroyed your warrior spirit. But hopefully you can break free. You are not stuck. There is a way to get out of it. You deserve more. You deserve a good connection between your body and your mind, and we're gonna do this. So from now you can decide to stay addicted to porn in a perpetual loop like a sissy. The world is full of them and we don't need more. So now, time for war. How to remove porn from your life once and for all. I've got 5 steps that work together that are really simple and the most efficient to remove addiction. Because yes, it works for any type of addiction, and I can promise you it will make you an assassin with addictions. If you put enough will into it, it's gonna be a great system. So step 1 is have a strong list of why you wanna quit your addiction. So on the left part, we're gonna list all the garbage consequences we're gonna face if we lose, and the painful emotion. And of course, you want to make the left side less visible because you don't want to focus on it. It's just a reminder of what you don't want. On the right, what's gonna happen if we succeed? So here is our Mr. Happy. We give him a sword because he does a choice to love himself. And we're gonna face gold consequences and rocket fuel emotion. Here is our gold mine and our rocket. In the middle, I like to imagine somebody watching me who can be proud of me. Old school, I know. So here is my friend, God, my ancestor, and my family. And when you list those consequences and emotion, you want to choose the worst one and the best one, because you want to have a clear vision of what you really want for yourself. Step 2. Identify your addiction trigger. The psychological trigger is anything that recalls feeling of an addiction and they put you at a big risk of falling for it again. Psychological triggers are like landmine. So they trigger your feeling and you need to know what they are to be able to deactivate them. For example, it can be stress, loneliness, low self-esteem, anger, fatigue, and they also have a place. So you need to be extra vigilant when you cross a minefield. It can be, for example, your room or access to tech or sexualized media like TikTok and Instagram or YouTube. And it also happened on specific time, on the weekend or after work, especially when you are fatigued or angry. There is a huge risk that this mine gonna explode. Step 3 is to make a promise. I will say, don't make a huge promise like, I will never watch porn in my life again, because there is a huge chance that you will watch porn again, and if you betray yourself, you will trust your ability to keep your word less and less. So never betray yourself. Choose your promise wisely to be sure to keep it in time. For example, you can say, I will watch porn only once a week, then only once a month. And it's gonna be reasonable, and with time you can remove your addiction this way because you weaken the neural pathway to your addiction. In this step of making a promise, you can make it to yourself, but I will say it's much more powerful to give a promise to a good friend or to a family member, because you have to know that addiction fuel on secrecy. Step 4 is to remove your addiction. So clean your computer, clean your phone, delete every file if you have them. And I have a weird trick, but it's really powerful, so try it. Give to a friend a code that blocks adult content on your computer or your phone. It's so powerful. You don't know the code, your friend knows the code, and this way, if you want to watch porn, you're gonna be like, do I really want to ask this code to my friend? So you don't want that. This way, you're gonna be sure that you remove your access to porn. But when you remove an addiction, it will create a new problem. Because remember, you train your brain to watch porn. So now, if you don't do it, it's not gonna be happy about it. So actually, it's much more simple when you wanna stop a substance. It's much more clear. Let's say you go to the bar with your friend. Everybody have a beer, but you don't have one. So it makes you remember how much you don't have what you wanna have. So not simple. Instead, step 5, you want to replace what you remove with a quality activity. For example, for me, when I quit porn, I get a lot more energy, so I work out more, I hang out more with my friends. And with porn, you want to have quality sexual activity. Ideally with a partner, but if you don't have one, who cares? Like, you can make sure you give yourself good quality self-pleasuring moment. The general vibe should be and must be, I love myself so much, I'm gonna give myself a good time. So you take your time, you close your eyes, you imagine vividly what you would love to happen, you touch your body, and your body will thank you so much for bringing back this body to mind connection, and it's much more healthy for your sex life in general. I also like to read books, like erotic literature. It has been so great because it enriched my vocabulary, it gave new bricks for my imagination, and yeah, this is super great. And the last activity I engage much more with is day game, like going out and talking to girls. I do this a lot. By the way, all this channel is about this topic, so if you like it, make sure to subscribe because it's gonna be so much fun and you're gonna love it. So I hope this has been useful for you. Thank you for watching.